How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and it seems like Stadia may be coming back in a way that it's going to integrate itself with YouTube, and it's basically going to be called Instant YouTube Games. Now, the son of Stadia, Google may resurrect parts of tech for Instant YouTube Gaming is the title. Now, if you were following Google's Stadia from its launch to its demise, one of the features that they wanted to do was integrate it into YouTube itself. Put it into YouTube so you could use it through the premium service potentially, but also where you could actually be watching like a advert, and then through the advert you can click the play now and it will go straight into YouTube Gaming. So they always had this plan to integrate it into YouTube and wanted it to be a thing, but it looks like it may actually still get that treatment now that, you know, it's kind of gone away. The actual Stadia platform itself has gone away, so it looks like the rebrand could still be using it. So let's go through this article. A new report from the Wall Street Journal says that Google may once again be dipping back into the video games, this time with integration into YouTube, and that is the key point here. While Google operates the large Play Store for mobile games, they attempted to make a splash in the AAA gaming market with Stadia. Impressive cloud tech it was, that failed to find a coherent model and enough subscribers to the point where it was shuttered this past January, 3 years after release, with refunds issued for every purchase ever made on the platform. To be fair, it became a meme straight away at launch, and no one gave it a chance. Not a single publication, even when the service was actually good. Every single publication was basically mocking it, including this one over here. So I think the model was bad, but they also got the wrong end of the stick. I think at the time it was said that Stadia tech would disseminate into other Google products, and that's what I was saying at the beginning of the video, and that appears to be what we're seeing here, at least to some extent. Google is now testing a concept where you can instantly play video games on YouTube, the same vein as how you can instantly watch a video. And this is what I was saying earlier, this was kind of like their plan all along, but they never got to realize it. Right now, at least, these are not the kinds of games we saw on Stadia. No clicking on a video and playing Assassin's Creed. Rather, the game being tested with this feature right now is Stack Bounce, an arcade game about smashing bricks with balls. It seems more likely than not that this tech would probably focus on mobile style games rather than the big AAA productions that Stadia was trying to attract. This feels like it may be a response to Netflix making its own games playable within the app, a feature that has largely overlooked, but there are some genuinely great games within that section of the service. Google may not want to get left behind if it takes off. And I think that's the key thing here, right? I think they may have learned their lesson with Stadia, but I think at the same time, they don't want to just go kind of, as the saying goes here in Britain, balls deep into it. What they want to do is tread lightly, release it slowly, release it with, certain features that can get people running, maybe have it as a beta so it's open to everyone before they monetize it, if they are going to monetize it. And if it's actually a feature that's got growth potential, then they can look at bringing in the A games, AA games, and eventually AAA games. Stadia was in the news this past week as it was used as a testimony in the FTC Microsoft case, which felt, it was a horrible position for that guy. I felt sorry for him. Perpetually as evidence for the FTC about competitiveness in the cloud market. But with Stadia failing rather spectacularly, it really just shows how hard it is to make a mainstream cloud service with minimal or non-existent competition. This does feel like a pale shade of Stadia coming to life again. You may remember some big Stadia promises about how you could pause a YouTube video of a game, then press a button to launch yourself into that part of the game. That never happened, but this could actually be what they were planning all along. This could be that vision materializing. But if YouTube integration was the goal and these new games will rely on cloud, sure, that definitely seems like there's some overlap going on here. There is no set plan for this to roll out anytime soon. I suspect it's going to be at least in a year or two, maybe longer, as it's still in just a testing at Google, and how it would be potentially monetized is unclear. I think if they can actually get solid games on there, at least AA games on there, not even AAA, but AA games, what they can do is add this into YouTube Premium to give that YouTube Premium a bit more oomph. YouTube Premium right now, I think, is $10.99. Personally, it just, from what I see, it just removes the ads. And if you're not using the music, I think Premium is a waste of money. But if they can get some AA games on there, I'm not even asking for AAA games here. If they can just get some AA games onto that platform as part of Premium, it will actually, in my opinion, help generate more sales of Premium for YouTube. And that is definitely a win for them. We'll have to wait and see if it goes anywhere. Yeah, I agree. But I think it kind of can have a future. I think it can actually succeed if they do it right. The biggest problem with Stadia was the model it launched in, and the fact that, you know, the pricing of it was crazy. You were paying more for a cloud version of the game than you was for a digital download version of the game or a physical version of the game. Like, even with the digital one, you're kind of owning the license and it's on your machine. You're downloading the game. With the cloud one, you're solely dependent on the internet. And it being more expensive than the digital download, the whole model was just bad. It was just terrible. And I think that was one of the reasons why it just went down. And of course, no one really gave it a chance. Everyone wanted it to die from the moment it came out. And obviously, if you have enough people hating on it and enough people memeing on it, it just gives it a bad persona, right? And it's just not going to do well. But here's hoping that Stadia actually does succeed in their, you know, revitalization, reinvention, or reimagining of Google Stadia, and they bring it to YouTube games. Instant YouTube games is probably a nice name for it. I kind of like it. But yeah, I think it should be part of Premium eventually, and that will help it, you know, kick off the ground and make just add value to Premium, because at the moment I don't think Premium is worth it. But that's my personal opinion. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Would you use this feature if it was part of YouTube Premium, or if it was free? Would you use it? Let me know. I'd really like to know. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Remain legend.